Guys, being single is an absolute blessing. Simply put, I don't know what the fuck made me so capable of being romantically alone. I have an idea of what has made me and given me the ability to be happily single. Of course, lots of that was just years of being single and just getting used to it. But I'm still trying to understand kind of like what has allowed me to be happily single. And I can with confidence say I am happily single, although I'm not always happy. There are sometimes I would like to have a partner. I think everybody desires that. I think it's just a natural human desire to want to be in a relationship. But for whatever reason, one of my strengths, whether it's genetically or whether I worked on it myself or whatever it may be, is being alone, is being good being alone, is being happy being alone. And I've now been single for 13 years as of this month. And I'm not going to lie, it has been not always amazing. It has not always been the most confidence building thing, but at the end of the day, it has been one of the most gratifying and one of the experiences in my life that has brought me the most joy, inner peace, inner stability. It has brought me newfound perspective. I feel like it's given me the ability to heal from trauma. I feel like it's given me the opportunity to know who I am, bro. Like, this shit is crazy. Being single is fucking gnarly, man, because you have no one to turn to when you're feeling alone. Only yourself. You are in a constant chamber of reflection, and the only person to guide you in your emotions and your thoughts is you. And you can actually practice being happily stable and managing those intrusive negative thoughts of loneliness, despair, sadness. When you are single, it's actually the best opportunity to practice emotional independence, self-reliance, is being single. Being single, I feel, has allowed me to heal. Oh my God, it's a beautiful motherfucking afternoon. I love that. Being single has allowed me to heal, bro. It is a marvel when there's nothing in your way and nothing like externally making you happy and making you forget about some negative thing that happened who knows how long ago in the prehistoric history of your life. I can generally say I've healed from past relationships for the most part without having to need a partner at some point. And that is a blessing and a half, because it really ensures that when I enter my next relationship, I'll know for sure that I am healed. I'm not holding on to previous resentment or feelings of rejection. I'm healed. I accepted that. And that's the word accept means so many things. It means that I recognize they're a person and their complex biopsychosocial nature makes them not want to be in a relationship with me. Or maybe it's even outside of that. Who knows? But I'm healed, is what I'm saying. Bro, being single, sister, being single is a wonderful thing, because you can actually know who the fuck you are without anybody else getting in the way of you understanding yourself. There's no opinions, like consistent opinions on a day-to-day, on a morning, afternoon, daily basis of this is who you are, or this is what you are, this is how you are. It's just you. And therefore you develop this divine connection with yourself, because unlike being in a relationship where you're given feedback all the time, you are the person giving you feedback, and you're the person reflecting back on yourself. And with that comes like this like divine understanding of who you are. Being single is not easy, bro, sister, girlfriend. It's not easy. It's not for the faint of heart. But once you get those first few months, 8, 9, 10 months under your belt, and you're walking and you're single, and once you get through those first like that first year, 2, 3 years, you really start to develop what is called an intrapersonal connection with yourself. And what intrapersonal means is the relationship that you have with yourself, knowing yourself, knowing what kind of pisses you off, or what you don't like about other people, knowing what you want for yourself, knowing what kind of person you are, knowing what you want to do in your life, knowing what your purpose is. Your interpersonal relationship determines your interpersonal relationship. So what interpersonal means, your relationship to other people. But it's all based on the interpersonal. And when you're single for a long time, it actually develops that interpersonal relationship, so that when you are in interpersonal relationships, you can recognize unhealthy behaviors. Because when you have a strong intrapersonal relationship, you are not in relationships because of emotional need. You are in relationships because it benefits you, them, and ultimately it's a place coming from abundance and not of emotional need. When you have a strong, loving, intrapersonal relationship, self-love, you don't need love from another person to be happy. And this is why being single is a wonderful thing, because it ensures, or I don't want to say it ensures, but I feel that it significantly increases the chances that your future relationship will be healthy for yourself and the other person, because that's what a relationship is. Man, I meet so many people. I was just talking to someone today who was just going back and forth on their partner. It's like, I love them and I hate them, and I love them and I hate them. And I was just listening, and I just so grateful that for the most part, when it comes to me, I know whether I don't like someone or I like them, or I kind of know where I am with them mentally, and I kind of know what I have to do, whether there needs to be space, whether that person is safe for me to come closer to them. But this person I was talking to was just back and forth, like, I don't know if I hate them, I don't know if I love them. And I'm curious to know if this person had was more deeply in tune with their feelings. I'm curious if they would be able to recognize, like, whether this partner of theirs would actually be the right fit, their person. But yeah, man, it can be a hell sometimes. Relationships could be a hell sometimes. Being single, and I'm not trying to make it sound like being single is better. I'm giving you what being single can be. It can be a beautiful thing, but it could also be a fucking terrible thing if we don't decide to nurture ourselves, love ourselves, listen to our desires, spend time trying to understand what we want from this fucking life, because you only have one. And what I found is that when you spend your life pursuing things that you know are in accordance with your values and your ethics and your morals, you just tend to be a much happier person. And being single kind of allowed me to do that. Oh man, this subject is so complex. And I want to speak a little bit more on how like really being single allows us to heal, because it truly does. You know, when we're not distracted by love and we're not in the wraths of the dopaminergic and serotonergic surges and all of these neurochemicals involved with love, oxytocin, we're not in the wrath of being pulled by the riptide of emotions and feelings of lust. When we're not submersed in that, where are you? You're with yourself. You're in this platonic ass fucking, it's boring. It's not sexy. There ain't no horny, there ain't no motivation. There ain't no girl who's motivating you. It's just you, baby. And when it's just you, you develop a loyalty to yourself. And when another motherfucker walks in your path and you got this sense of loyalty and self-dignity that you've developed from not being pulled at the whims by any love interest you may have, you know damn right what feels right and what feels wrong. You can't be pulled by the whims. It's like you're very stable in your foundation. You're able to put the boundary down. You're able to put the space. You're able to leave the emotions behind. You're able to say, you know what, this is not for me. This ain't serving me. And love is perhaps letting go of this opportunity more than it is holding on to this. Sometimes love is letting go. That is the most loving thing that you can do to someone. And that's what I learned about some of the people who decided not to love me, is that perhaps them loving me was actually them letting go of me. Perhaps they can stay loyal to me. And actually that, you know, those little heartbreaks that I had early on were actually a lot less disastrous because, you know, they came at an earlier place or whatever. Yeah, just some words for thought. Being single, man, it is painful when you're not used to it, but it's just like any other skill, talent, ability. Once you get some time on your feet, single, you actually start to like it. It's like someone who's never gone to the gym before gets a taste of the gym, and then they get hooked, and then they see results, and they get happy, and they develop, you know, confidence and self-esteem in that, you know. And just like any other skill, playing the guitar, you develop confidence and self-esteem in being able to do that. Or, you know, doing karate, whatever it is, whatever your thing is. But yeah, guys, just had to give a few words on being single, because honestly, this society is very fixated on monogamy and needing love in order to be happy. But a lot of the time I see that love with two people who don't have that interpersonal connection with themselves can sometimes be like one of the worst hells. You could actually, there's this guy, Inspirational Nomad, on YouTube, who says some of the most loneliest times he's ever felt in his life was in a relationship, and that's fucking gnarly. But I'm sure that's 100% true. I felt that way in certain situations that I was fucking devastated, alone, abandoned. But that's my inner child. That's my wounds and stuff. We'll leave that for another day. But I felt alone. And yeah, man. Now I don't feel alone. Even though I am completely alone, I don't feel alone because I have this connection with myself. There's like this crazy stability thing in my motherfucking brain that even if I'm alone on a Friday night, I feel fucking awesome. And I can reflect on things that I've done for myself. I can't reflect on a girl doing something for me, buying me flowers or taking me out for dinner, but I can reflect on all the times that I made a respectable decision for myself and put myself in the position that I am in, and how that's positioning for me for my best life. And I love that. I love that the past me loved the future me, and that this is the past me to my 40 and 50-year-old self, and I'm giving love to that old man John right now, making decisions that's going to benefit him. And that's love, baby. That's self-love. So with that, I will gladly now say, see you later, YouTube. May y'all have a wonderful night. It is a beautiful afternoon. There was pink skies a few minutes ago, but it is starting to darken down a little bit. I'm going to do this 2-mile walk, listen to some YouTube and some music maybe, or maybe just 10 minutes of just like peace and quiet, listen to the wind, do a little mindfulness, call it a night, and we're on to the next one. All right. Peace and love. Also, this was my first video on my new iPhone 15. Oh my God, so exciting. So hopefully it looks a little different than my iPhone. I was using an iPhone 8, motherfuckers. Isn't that crazy? I was using an iPhone 8 this whole time. It's just from 2017, but I'm on an iPhone 15 now. I don't like the big size, but I'll take the screen. Like, honestly, it's kind of cool being able to see me. Like, I look kind of big on the screen. It's, I'll take it. I'm still trying to understand kind of what I want in the future, whether I want to get like an iPhone 13 mini. I'm still trying to make sense of what I want, but I'm getting a taste tester of this, and it's cool. I like it. So, peace and love.